yoga practice time. We're not performing, we are practicing. So let's start with a couple shoulder rolls and knowing that our focus here is on how we feel. It's not on how it looks, it's not on how we look, it's on how we feel. Because that's really what counts. Good, give it a cat cow. Remember Saturday Night Live, don't be a schnook. It's not how you feel, it's how you look. Well, no, it's really how you feel. Good, lift up in breath. Exhale, drop it. Good, now think about breathing deep and wide. Deep and wide. Good, let's do another one like that. Deep breath, really try and expand the ribs. Good, last one. All right, lay it down on your back with your heels toward your rear, arms out, palms up. And side to side. Whatever way the knees are facing, that palm is down, looking over the opposite hand, and just feel that opening there. Getting everything, we're getting the spine moving, everything around the spine as well. Good, go to the other side. And that quote, you're as young as your spine. Good, let's go. Inhale on the up, exhale on the down. Switching the hands as the knees move. Last one. Good. You might need to adjust yourself. I need to adjust myself. Good. So we're here. Both palms are up. Lift that top leg and bring it out and let it just drop down. Now, if it doesn't land on something, hold it, put a block there, a bolster, anything. Give it some support. Maybe hold on somewhere. Yeah. Oh boy, I'm feeling that. Feeling that in the opposite hip. It's interesting where we hold. Shifts. Okay, bring it back. Align the spine. Drop the legs, drop the knees to the other side. Exhale, lift, and release. Again, holding where you hold. But if the leg doesn't make it to the mat, or the floor, or the wall, you got a wall there, that's always really nice. Give it that extra little support. Notice what you notice. Bring it back. And up. Okay, align the spine yet again. Bring the hands behind the knees. Tuck the chin. Shoulders toward knees. Lift. And maybe a couple spinal rolls here. And leave it down. Legs out. Hip width. Back into the mat, feet flexed. Oh no, we're doing rolls first. Flex and point the toes, the feet. Good, now we're gonna do ankle rolls, 7 each way. Here we go. It's around, keep the back into the mat. Yeah. Oh, waking up, other way. Yeah. Let that go, give it a little shake. Good, legs come out. Wider than hip width. Again, feet are flexed. Back is into the mat. And in and out. In and out. Single joint motion. This motion originates at the hip joint. Again, hip joint connected to the spine joint, right? But everything that's connected to the spine, we're getting the synovial fluid. We are reinvigorating our ultrasonic core. You know how you feel after this compared to when you start. I know how I do. That's why I keep doing it. Thank you so much for joining me. In and out for 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Give it a moment. Notice what you notice. Okay. All right. Push your back into the mat. Bring the feet out. And we're going to do our booty love, working again the core from the shoulders to the hips. If you want more, you can leave your knees straight. You don't have to bend your knees. Like I said, I just do that because of my hip stuff and might not even need to do it anymore, but paranoia runs deep. All right, back is into the mat. Deep breath, exhale. We lift and give a little pulse. And down slowly, fighting gravity on the down. Little up, pulse, not a back, and up, and up, and up. Lift the hips, pulse them up, pulse them up. Last one, up and down slowly. Little side to side there, windshield wipes. Okay, roll it up to seated. Hands behind you, reverse tabletop. Again, Ivan takes care of his wrist. You know, he does the fist. I'm okay with the wrist. Our shoulders are open. Let's just open them a little more. We're going to put a little bit of energy there, a little bit of weight. So maybe hold and lift. All right, there we go. So it's an inhale on exertion here. Exhale completely. Deep breath in, and it's up. Last one, and let it go. Give yourself a little hug. Nice. All right, bring it over onto your belly. And do crickets. Trying to go from the other side rather than always favor my right side. We've talked about that, getting the corpus callosum, how the two sides of the brain talk to each other. Shoulders are away from ears. We're not doing this. We're here. Feet are flexed again. And it's an in and out here. Back and forth, in and out, whatever you want to call it. Again, hips, 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 hips. Getting the fluid running. The synovial fluid is called the dew from heaven, and we can set the tone of that, and this is what we're doing, and that's why we do a lot of sound in this class too, because sound shatters stagnant energy. 4, 3, 2, 1, and let it go. Okay. From here, let's come into an Elizabeth. So your elbows are underneath you. You're in basically Sphinx pose. From here, push the chest into the upper back. Push the belly into the mid back. Push the pelvis into the low back. But keep the toe tops down. Lift the hips. If you want, lift the knees. Hold it. Push, 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 and hold. And release. Nice. Now, hands come underneath the shoulders. Deep breath, exhale. Lift the chin, lift the head. Keep it in line with the spine. We're not cranking our neck. We're staying in alignment. Push up and back. Cobra. Shoulders away from ears. Good. Now push back into child's pose. Big toes together, knees apart. Yeah, open, open, open. Nice. Good. Walk the hands over to one side. Hand on hand. Feel the opening. Walking back to the other side. Hand on hand. Back to center. Opening. One elbow to the mat. Other elbow to the mat. Good. Now, hands under shoulders. Push up. Bring the knees together. Sit on your calves for a moment. Again, if that hurts, you might want to put a block, right? You could have put a block between your heels and your rear. Not a have to, but it can. Not a have to, but it can do if you choose. You want to take care of yourself. I know this doesn't always feel great, right? But everything's going to enliven when we stand up on our knees or when we come forward into a tabletop, whatever works for your body. Got a couple shoulder rolls here. 3, 2, 1, and a cat-cow. I've talked about how this healed the scar tissue in my ankle. Sitting on my knees. Oh man, I couldn't stand it. It was awful. And then suddenly it didn't hurt anymore. And then the next thing I knew, I had like more motion, more mobility in my ankle joint. All right, come forward. Give it a little opening here. We'll stand on our knees, and then I'll show this from the side. Lift coming up on the toes. And now sitting back on the heels. This one's a killer diller too. Again, you might have to come forward for this. Do what works for your body. Shoulders back. 3, 2, 1. Lift there. Feeling that. And then bring it forward and tapping the toes. All right, from here we are in position for a down dog. We're going to start from a tabletop. Deep breath. Exhale, tuck the toes, shoulders away from ears, eyes of the elbows forward. Hands nice wide open. Exhale, push back, lift the knees, then straighten the knees. Oh yeah, down dog. Chin toward the chest. Good, bring it forward, and I'm coming into a tabletop. You can come through a whole chaturanga, whatever works for you, all right? Let's keep going, here we go. Hands on the mat, nice and wide, eyes of the elbows forward. Put my glasses down. Shoulders away from ears, tuck the toes, push back, lift the knees, then all the way back, downward facing dog. Again, you might want to use blocks here. Come up on the toes, come back down, tabletop or chaturanga. Deep breath, exhale, push it back, down dog. One foot comes to the center of the mat, the other foot lifts, opening that hip. Couple ankle rolls, couple heels toward the rear. Oh yeah. Foot beats foot in the middle, other foot lifts, open. Oh yeah. Good, downward facing dog. Push the mat away. Tailbone toward the sky. Heels toward the mat. And we bring it back down. Deep breath. Exhale, come on back again. Shoulders away from ears. Down dog. Then I'll do a couple dolphins just so you have that in your repertoire. So for dolphin, I'm coming on my forearms, elbows bent, hand in hand. You can interlace your fingers if you want as well. Deep breath. Exhale, same thing, shoulders away from ears, push back, and dolphin. It's a shorter lever, less of a load for the arms, for the shoulders. Bring it back down. Dolphin again, let's go, push it back. Good, bring it down. And now the last down dog. Do a traditional deep breath. Exhale, and push it back. Oh, yeah. And at any time, my words are suggestions, you know. At any time, feel free to say, enough. All right, walk the hands to the feet, feet to the hands. Fold. Hands, elbows, hands hold on to opposite elbows. Little ragdoll here. Shoulder to hip, pulse, 2, 3. Other side, shoulder to hip, pulse, 2, 3. Good. Good, come up, push down through the feet, lift up slowly, one vertebrae at a time. Extended mountain pose. Hands to heart, samastitihi. Okay. Let's get this energy moving here. Let's get the party started. Sound shatters stagnant energy. We're going to start with wood chops. What is it that you don't want to hold on to anymore? Again, it's something that happened before or something that you're worried about is going to happen. Put it in a pile here. We're going to break it up. Let it be compost. The earth will compost whatever you give it. Let it go. Let it go. Gravity will take care of it. Gravity, right? The physical presence of love, always holding us. Here it is. So, arms come overhead. Little bit of a back bend here. We're going to exhale with the sound ha and chop it up. Wood chops. All right? Here we go. Deep breath. Ha! 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 Keep going. Ha! 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 Last one. Ha! And let it go. Yeah. All right. Is there some place where you have some indecision? Is there some place where you're like, God, the gall, the nerve, gallbladder, liver, or pissing you off, right? And that's more kidneys, but where you're angry is more of a liver thing. So here, the arms come behind, we interlace the thumbs. Again, a little bit of an arch, not a fold, an arch. Take a deep breath. We come forward again with the sound ha. What is it? What is it where you're not deciding or that's just like making you angry? Here we go. Exhale. Ha. Ha. Change the interlace. Ha of the thumbs. Ha. Ha. Two more. Ha. Last one. Ha. And let it go. Yeah. All right. Now, what's pissing you off? What's on your cloud? This one, the sound is hey. It's kidneys and bladder. All right? And that's where we do inhale as we go over, under, over. We lift up on our toes, open our arms, and say hey. Okay, here we go. I want to hit that over here. Inhale, inhale, inhale with a hey. Hey! Hey! Shatter the sound, shatter the energy. Hey! 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 One more. Hey! Hey, you get off of my cloud. All right. Now, the universe abhors a vacuum. Let's replace that. Whatever it was that we let go of, we're going to replace it. Hands at heart. Deep breath in as you lift. I am. Name it. Bring the arms out. All the way down back so the hands come together. Lift up. I am through the central line. Exhale. Name it. I am. Maybe you choose peace, joy, love. What is it? I am. Maybe it's something you don't have yet. Maybe it's health, well-being. I am. Name it. I am. Good. Last one. I am. And hands come to heart. That's it, sweetheart. All right, let's keep going. We're going from tree to airplane to a standing split. All right, I want my blocks for the standing split. You might not want or need them, but I'm going to get my blocks here for that. And you can do one or none of these. If you want to stand like this, that's fine. Again, balance is learned. And we'll do more of our balance when we get back down on the ground, all right? So here we are, hands at heart. Bring your opposite foot to wherever you want. You don't have to have it off the mat. You can have it, your toes down on the mat, or you can bring it up, 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 up. Just depends on you. Again, we are practicing here. We're not performing. From here, if you want a little more, I like a little wrist action there, and then I open into my tree. A little bit of a back bend, and I lift my eyes. That, for me, is the challenge. Hands come back to heart. To my side, I bring my leg back. As I come forward, foot is flexed, squeezing the glute into airplane. From here, I look down. I bring my hands, for me, to my blocks. You might bring them to the mat. Squeezing the glute. Foot is flexed. Hands are on blocks or at the mat. Coming back up, you can bring your foot back down and stand. Or my challenge has been to lift like a fulcrum, slight bend in the front knee, and then I come up and bring it down. Whew, let that go. For me, that takes a lot of strength. All right, hands at heart, other tree, other leg now. So bring your foot to wherever it works for you. Right? The higher is not better. I care about the hip being open. That's what I care about. And as level as possible. Like I said, before I got my new hip, my hips were so out of line. Opening of the wrists, opening of the arms, hands alive, really flexing those fingers. Woo! Hands come through heart to my side into airplane. Squeeze. Find my spot on the mat. Then I come down. Let's see. Ooh, there's trust in this one, isn't there? Woo. And I lift. Hands to the blocks. Maybe I can bring them to the mat on this leg, but on the other leg, it just doesn't happen. All right, foot is flexed. Coming back, I can bring my foot back and stand up. I'm going to work it a little more. I'm going to bend and then come up and together. Woo! I don't know. I'd love to know how that works for the rest of you. All right, we did it. We did it. All right, let's do some rotations. Rotating. One hand, front hand under the shoulder blade, back hand at the waist. Letting the body follow, letting the eyes follow. Looking where you've been. And remember, on the days when we have time, we do one of these for each time that we've rotated around the planet, right? Yeah. Let that spine move nice and fluid. We're getting the endocrine system here, enlivening. Give it a good opening in that twist. Letting the opposite of inertia propel us. For 3, 2, 1. All right, give it a cat-cow here. Okay, come into goddess pose. Feet are wide, knees are bent over the ankles. Hands come to the thighs. Exhale, twist one side, looking over the opposite shoulder. Oh, yeah. Good, come through center, maybe a little cat here. And then looking over the opposite shoulder. All right, let's shatter some stagnant energy with the sound hey as we go side to side. Here we go. Hey, 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 hey. Hold it there. Straighten the opposite leg. A little twist. Good. Bend both knees. Come through center. Straighten the other leg. Little twist. Back to center. Keep the knees bent. Straighten the spine. Align the spine with the divine. Good. Lift the heels. And pulse. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Drop the heels slowly. Straighten the knees. Squeeze the knees up toward the hips. Heel toe the feet together. Whew, kick it out. Kick it out. All right. Come to the front of your mat. Lift the feet. Lift the toes. Open the toes. Hands at heart. Inhale. Extend a mountain pose. Exhale. Fold at the hips. It's a fold. Good. Inhale. Halfway lift. Exhale. Fold. Hands to the mat. Bring the feet to the back of the mat. You might want to use blocks here. Downward facing dog. Bring one foot to the center of the mat. Lift the other leg. Exhale, bring that lifted leg through and help it to the front of the mat. Come up on the back toes or come down on your back knee. Depends upon you. Good, come up, crescent lunge. Give yourself a nice wide base here. Exhale, hands through heart to either side of the front foot. Bring that back knee down. Toe tops down, crescent lunge. Good. Hands come through heart to the mat. Either side of the front foot. Come up on the back toes or stay here. Bring the front foot to meet the back. Downward facing dog. Bring the opposite foot now, the one that was just in front. Bring it in a little bit. Lift the back foot, the opposite foot. Exhale, bring it, help it through to center. Come up on your back toes. Crescent lunge. You might need a wide base here. That's fine. Exhale, hands to heart. Either side of the front foot or to blocks. Bring the back knee down. Crescent lunge. Exhale, hands to heart. All right, bring that back knee in a little bit. Oh, I need my glasses for this because we get time, don't we? Bring that back knee in a little bit. Okay, arms are out, palms are up. Exhale and lift that front foot. Those back toes are down. Remember, you're not up on your toes in the back. If you're up on your toes, you're using your ankle. Your ankle knows how to do this. We want to build new dendrites. We want to help the brain learn how to hold us stable in an unstable environment. So the back toes are down. Good. Hold everything into the center. If you have to put your foot down, so what? You put your foot down. It's no big deal. And 40 seconds. Opening there. Good. Now we're going to switch, and you can see my back toes are down. Okay. Switch legs. So now this front knee comes to meet the other knee, and we are going to place the back knee forward. We place it. Muscle, not momentum. Arms out, palms up, and we lift. Again, the back toe tops are down. Find one spot maybe. Think about being grounded. Bring everything into the center line. You got to be in your body for this one, right? It's not a space out one. Breathing, holding, lifting, squeezing into center, putting the foot down when you need to, but then lift it right back up. I've said, I think the hardest thing about this is just lifting that foot up. And there's 40 seconds. Good. Bring it forward. Open. Oh, thank you, body. All right. Hands come to the mat. Tabletop. Give it a cat-cow here. Good. Push, 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 push the back up. Drop the chin to the chest. Tuck the tailbone. And then lift the tailbone. The tailbone leads on this, right? And back to center. Okay, from here, we're going to come down, laying on our left side, right? This is a Polarity Savasana. Again, invigorating the ultrasonic core, holding the beginning of the spine, as we're laying on our left side, the base of the skull, and the completion of the spine at the coccyx, at the base, with the right hand. So, any way that you want to. I don't know if there's an elegant way to lay it down on your left side, but if you've got it, go for it. Laying down on the left side. If you want to do a traditional Savasana, you can, but this is pretty much just really completing the work that we've done. Left hand, the base of the skull, right hand at the base of the spine. And let yourself see, feel, imagine a mist of your favorite color and scent, one that is the most healing for you today. And imagine breathing that mist, that scent in, where it informs the lungs, and because every red cell has to get oxygenated through the lungs, it's invigorating every cell in your body. Every cell in your body gets to vibrate at this level of being. And sending a note of gratitude to your body. Your body did everything that you asked it to do, to the very best of its ability. A lot of people would love to have your body. So love having it, thank it. Soften wherever you need to soften here. And as you complete the gratitude with your body, for your body, find yourself coming to a seated position with your hands at your heart. Again, because sound shatters stagnant energy, we're going to chant Om together. And you do your best to really let that Om, let that sound come from the chest cavity. Let it come from the heart. Exhale completely. Deep breath in. Thumbs to forehead center. May you see the beauty that truly is you, sweetheart. Namaste. All right, that's it. Notice how you feel compared to when we started. A little different. I know I do. I really do. So thank you for joining me, and be back tomorrow.